All right, man. You already know what it is. Jay Williams, Let's Live Life. And we're back. Let me do some adjusting. There we go. Let me see. There. I think we can go right there. Thank everybody for tapping in tonight. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Give y'all a few seconds. Let some people get up in here. We know how the sound sounds. Know about this audio real quick. Said sounds good. Thank you, my tabbies, for donating. And please do not donate to the channel tonight. Do not donate to me. Either donate to the Cash App you see on the bottom of the screen or the GoFundMe that's, in the comment section of the video. I'll let y'all pile in. It's been a rough couple weeks, man. Life changes like that real fast. Thank you, Guadalupe. Thank you, Wesley Home Improvements. And salute. Joshua Colazo says, real is real. Rest in peace to your loved one, fam. Here in a better place. Watching over you and your family. Much love and salute. Thank you, man. We like to say they're in a better place, but nothing really helps with that emptiness that comes when you lose somebody. You would think at this point in the game that shit wouldn't bother you as much, it wouldn't hurt as much, but the older you get, that's the longer you've known somebody. And I'm here to tell you, man, it hurts just as much as always. This was terrible. When I mean terrible, it was terrible. Like I went to the hospital that Monday. I recorded a video and I was getting ready to edit the video when Woody called. And he said, yo, Mark had a stroke, man. He's in the hospital. So I said, all right, I'm on my way. It's over 2 hours. Jump in the car, I take off. I'm going there thinking that, like, everything's all right. He's just in the hospital. Not the case. Not the case, man. It was a ride. It was a ride for sure. You don't ever want to see somebody you love like that, in that type of position. You just don't. I'll let y'all keep getting in. Woody's gonna be joining us, man. Big shout out to Woody, man. I'm lucky to have a friend like Woody. Like Woody really, he's always shown his true colors. He's always been the same guy. He's a stand-up dude. But he was there, man, just from day in and day out. And one thing about us, like if we got love for you, like if I look at you like family, I'm there with you to the end. Like we wasn't gonna let him lay up in that room, like not one night by himself. I'm gonna try not to get emotional, man, but we wasn't gonna let him lay up in that room one night by himself at all. Every single night that he was in that hospital, somebody slept in that room with him. Woody stayed, I stayed, his sister stayed. Like I sat up all night with him, just talking to him. Just talking to him, Even if he wasn't there, his body was there. And I just talked and I told him real shit. I said, if this is it, man, and it's your time, then I get it. I get it. There's none of us can do to stop that. When your ticket gets punched, that's it. I said, just know, we love you, man, and we're here. And if you want to wake up, I'd be real happy about that right now. But it didn't look good. You ever gone to the hospital to see somebody, and in the moment you see them, they're dead. They're dead. Like I wasn't prepared for that. I walked in thinking that you know, that they said he can hear you. You know, he squeezes your hand to let you know that he hears you. But he's out. I thought he was out because they put him out. You know what I mean? Like he was sedated out. But the moment I looked at him, he just had that look of like the spirit had left the body. And I've seen that look a lot of times. I saw that with my dad. When my dad died, I was in the room. I was actually, when they unplugged him, I held my hand on his chest. Even regardless of our history, the good, the bad, when they unplugged him, I held my hand on his chest. And I remember hearing the machine do this thing where it like sucks air and then it blows the air out. Well, it sucked the air. And when it did, he like breathed in. And the machine didn't exhale. So he didn't exhale. Just slowly, it was like the air left his body. But I remember he had that look. And it was the same thing. I got called to the hospital. Didn't know that, like, you know, he went into surgery. He had a triple bypass. He went into surgery and was supposed to be just a surgery. He had a stroke during surgery. Brain dead. As soon as I walked in the room, took one look at him. It's like, damn, that dude was dead. So I'd seen it, not just with my dad or with Mark, but just a lot of times in life. And it's a look that you can't shake, and it's unmistakable. It's unmistakable, man. I gotta catch up to the comments. Kevin Harris said, I love the spooky video. Amazing. Hey, he said, what he said, maybe I'll join the neighborhood watch. He was talking plenty of shit when he left up out of there. I'm an upstanding citizen. Prisons for criminals, bad guys. You guys are bad guys. Catching up on the comments, man. Holy fuck, some Tim Wong. That's a crazy name, dude. He said, I put some dollars on your books during your last bid. Just wanted to see what's up. That's what's up. I appreciate that. I do not remember getting that, but if I did and you said you did, I appreciate you, man. It's a lot of comments to scroll through. So I'm just going to jump to the most recent. If I missed your comment, please post it again. But I got to catch up with the comments. I'll be all over the place tonight. This is not a live I ever wanted to do. And once again, please do not donate to the channel. If you're going to donate to A New Life of Woody. And we'll call out the donations live, or to the GoFundMe. I'm going to link that once again. So y'all give me a second. I am multitasking at its finest right now. Send that through. There we go. Said, please tell what happened with Spooky after he left with all the. I don't know whatever happened with Spooky, but I know it wasn't good. I know it wasn't good, man, because he left them other MS-13 dudes in a bad predicament. But nobody went at them guys. To go with them dudes for real is a death sentence. Like, if you're gonna run up on one of them MS-13 dudes, prepare to have your life taken. They take out guards. You know what I mean? Like, we had a dude years or so ago that stabbed the guard up and killed the K9, and then got shipped. Well, actually, he stabbed some guards, got shipped from that prison to Greensville while he stood trial, and then ended up, I might have it backwards. Either way, he ended up killing this K9 named Raven, like stabbed the K9 to death. MS-13 dudes ain't playing. So even after the Spooky situation, like, Under normal circumstances, dudes are gonna go with your homeboys. You do some shit like that. They did not go with none of them dudes, man. I believe so. Let me said the Woody name is coming up. Maria Faye Ascaron. Yeah, I believe that's Woody's wife. Let me check the Cash App just one more time just to make sure I got it right. I'll post it into the comment section. I just put it in the comment section for y'all. That's what Woody sent over to me. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I lost. I'm not gonna say it's been a minute since I've lost somebody. It's been a minute since I lost somebody that was close to me. Hold on, that's Woody. Let's see now. I'm just getting dressed. It is Maria Faye Azarcon on my Cash App, and a picture of me and her at our wedding. Yeah, that's the right Cash App. It's been a minute since I lost somebody close. I'm always hearing like this person OD'd or this person died. Like, get that a lot. That's kind of become the norm. But when it's somebody that you deal with day in and day out, that generally like spends a lot of their time just letting you know that they rock with you, that they that you're their people. And that was Mark, man. Mark would message me at 5:30 in the morning. I mean, wakey, like I'm on the way with coffee, and I'm like, Mark, man, you better not show up at my door until 5:30 in the morning. He did that because he used to do it in prison. Like, soon as the cell doors popped, he'd be in the cell with the stinger heating up hot water. That was my guy. He'd chew down there, boom, I got your coffee. Just a good dude. Just a good dude, man. And call randomly. Just checking up on you, man. You all right? Hold your head up. I went back and I watched the interview I did with him. And towards the end, he was talking about, the whole cancer scare and all that. He was like, man, I'm not ready to go. I got another 20, 25 years left in me. That's for sure. That was 4 years ago, a little less than 4 years ago. Didn't know when I was sitting with him that, wouldn't see 20, wouldn't see 25, man. Friends like that are rare. That's a fact. That's a fact, man. When I got locked up, like, he was one of them dudes that was really there, like always calling my wife, checking, how are you? How are the kids? Do y'all need anything? Does Jay need anything? Like, between him and Woody, that was the norm, Somebody that didn't want anything. It's hard to find people these days that don't have a hidden agenda or want something. And he didn't want anything. He didn't want anything, man. He just wanted to be loved, accepted, respected. And what more can you ask for? When I got out, I had to get rid of a bunch of vehicles while I was locked up. Like, my bills, 100%, put it on God, my bills range between $10,000 to $12,000 a month. That's what it costs to live my life. Like, every month, I do my bills every month, and it's always between 10 and 12. So I got into this battle with the IRS. Literally that Friday, I got the letter, and I got locked up that Monday. I had court that Monday. They, drained bank accounts, locked bank accounts, took every dollar coming in from that point. So it put me in a really like bad situation. The whole time I'm locked up, I'm like, am I coming home to my house? Is my family going to be okay? Are they going to lose the house? Like, got all these fears. And you got guys like Mark that are, they're there every step of the way. Any extra dollar they got, they're helping out. So I got rid of the vehicles. I had a whole shit ton of vehicles in the driveway. Those are the first things to go. Get rid of the cars. They're just cars. You know what I mean? It's get them again. It's just a car. So when I came out, Mark was so excited, man. He was so excited. And I said, man, I got to grab a new and my wife got into an accident while I was locked up. So one of the cars got totaled. So that leaves me carless. As soon as I got out, Mark was like, yo, swing by the house. And I go out to his house and I'm like, yo, you're not home. You know what I mean? What am I? So hour and a half drive to where he lived. I'm like, why'd I come here if you're not here, man? He's like, that white Durango in the driveway, take it. I said, take it and do what with it? It's just take it. Like, that's you. You know what I mean? Go. Titles in the glove box. I said, damn. Damn. Thank you. I'm not used to people giving me anything. I can count on one hand, like legitly, when it comes to that type of stuff, how much stuff I've been given in life. I'm the giver. I'm never the guy that receives. It's like, take that. I know you need it. You know what I mean? So, wow. And the day Mark got out, I picked him up. Sure enough, I picked him up. He had been gone 19 years. Straight 19 years, man. Can you imagine that? I did 10, and that 10 hurt. He did double mine, 19. So I take him shopping. He don't even know where to begin. I mean, almost 20 years he's been gone. He don't even know where to begin with the fashion, with the clothes, with none of that. So I take him. So I'm sorry if I'm not in the comment section right now. I'm just reminiscing. I take him shopping. Get whatever you want. He's like, man, I don't even know what the fashion is. Like, he's ready to get some big baggy ass jeans, a 4X white tee. I'm like, no, we're not doing that no more. So I showed him what he needs to get, bought him all his clothes, took him to the phone spot, got him a phone, a couple $1,000s in his pocket, got him on his feet, man. And who knew that just a couple years later I get my dumb ass in trouble and the roles will be reversed. It's unreal. It's unreal. It's one of those situations where I haven't really come to terms with it yet. I'm still not accepting it. I know it's real. I know what it is, but it's like, I can't. Damn, that one hurt. I'm just not ready to accept it yet. And I'm sure there's lots of people in the comment section that have lost somebody recently, and my condolences go out to y'all as well. It's not just me. I mean, this is life. This is life. That's the, loving somebody and caring about somebody. It's the gift and the curse. You're gifted with all the time you get with them and the love you share together. You know what I mean? The friendship, the bonds, the memories, and the curses that one of you is eventually going to have to say goodbye to the other. I just can't believe that after all these years, I'm still here. I can't believe I'm still here. Like, why am I still here? I was a piece of shit, like a whole entire dirtbag. Like, I've got karma that I don't know if I'll ever be able to catch up with. I did so much bad in life, man. Why am I still here? Then when you see all the love that somebody receives in a moment like that, it gets you to thinking. Like, you really get to thinking, who's going to be in my corner? On my day, you know what I mean? When I'm laid up in that room, like, who's going to be in this room? Who's really going to be in this room? Who really loves me? You know what I mean? Who would drive hours each day to come see me? Who's going to be by my side? I know my wife is going to be by my side. That's no doubt. You know what I mean? My children, but like, outside of that, who's really going to be there? And then he was an organ donor, right? And it was the first time I'd seen anything like this. I didn't know anything about it. I mean, I'm an organ donor, but I've never been through the process of somebody that's chose to do that, right? And they did this thing called the Walk of Life, where everybody, any staff that's not immediately like doing something important, line the hallways, all the way to surgery, all the way to the operating room. And the family, everybody, we went from his room. I actually recorded it. I'm gonna talk with his family, see if they're okay with me showing Mark's walk of life, because it was beautiful. But we leave from the room and we go down through a set of doors and we go to another elevator that's not for everybody else. This is for the doctors and nurses and whatnot. and they push his, his bed in. Everybody gets to step in, say goodbye one last time, kiss him on his forehead. And only 6 of us could actually do the walk of life, like be beside him during that whole procedure, right? So it was me, Woody, his sister Tina, his brother, and 2 other family members. So we get off this elevator that's meant for just the personnel that work at the hospital, and there are doctors, nurses, just good people, man. People that help people, lined up all the way down both sides of the hallway, as far as you can see, in every direction. You look down this hallway, they're lined up. You look down that hallway, they're lined up. And that's kind of like everybody saluting Mark. Like that's that real salute, because what he's about to do is like, it's gonna save lives. Getting choked up, gets together. It's gonna save lives. His organs are gonna be the gift of life to someone else. So we walked beside him, and it felt like the walk was like, it felt like it took forever. Like it was like everything was in slow motion, kind of. And then we got to them surgery doors, and you see the surgeons on the other side. They're ready. They're prepped. Like, as soon as he comes in, they've got people, the people that are receiving his organs. This is all already lined up. They're in a room. They're already under anesthesia. And all they're waiting on is his organs to be pulled out and put into them. Then he was to get onto, they were going to put him on a helicopter where he was being flown somewhere else. That was, I don't know, man. I don't know how to explain it. It was a gift in itself to witness it. And to know that his life gave life. But that was like when I walked away and the surgery door shut, I knew that was it. I held his hand like it was warm. I'm like, this is it. Like, when he goes to that door, it's over. They kept him alive. Long after they had called his time of death and all that, they kept him alive. And they had to. They got to keep the organs alive. So he's gone, right? His spirit's no longer in body. He's gone. That's just his body. But they're keeping the body alive, like I said, because the organs have to stay alive to go into the next person. You unhook him, then everything in him starts dying. So if you're not an organ donor, man, I suggest, unless you're freaked out by stuff like that, be an organ donor. Donate. I 100% will. I don't know how good my organs are, but I'll 100% donate mine as well. I'm sorry if I missed you in the comments, man. Let me get in here. That's my homeboy Frog, man. He said, just know your homeboy Frog loves you, man. I love you too, Frog. Me and Frog go way back. Frog was around when my dad was alive. That's crazy. Thinking back on it, Frog was around when my dad was alive. Frog lived with me during that time period. We're talking 1997, Meadowdale Lakes, Meadow Run Apartments. We was out there, bitch, boy. Me and Frog have been friends for a long time. Me and Frog go all the way back to Tyrone Street in the trap. I'm talking in the real trap. Tell him, Frog, I'm talking the real trap. Frog gets to fighting with this dude out there. Rest in peace to Charles, man. Frog and Charles get to rumbling one night out front of the house, right? And this house is so hood, like grass don't even grow. The front yard is just roots and knots, like them big roots. They got them knots in it. So they get to rumbling. Boom, 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 boom. Frog sitting in the chair. Charles walks up. He's like, you know what it is, man. So Frog leans over to tie his shoe, and Charles, tries to sneak, and they go at it. Well, in the midst of this, he splits his eyebrow open on one of them roots in the front yard. Right across, behind our house across the street was a space called CJ's. RNS. It's right on Jeff Davis. Everybody knows the little spot, right? Right off Lynn Haven. This is nighttime, late night. He goes over there, and we've been drinking, smoking heavy, just doing everything we're supposed to, right? like 19 at the time. Frog goes over there, sits on the curb. He's leaking. You know, it's a good fight, but he's leaking. Dirt packed on the side of his face, like they got it in. Well, I don't know if it was like from the fight or drinking or what it was, but he passes out on the curb. And I'm like, where Frog go? I'm like, shit, I don't know. I ain't know if he walked down the street or what happened. So I looked through the back into the alleyway and he's over at the store on the curb, passed out. And I go over there. I'm like, yo, come on, man, you got to get up. The police gonna pull up. Your ass going to jail. Police pull up. The police pull up. Give me 1 second, Woody. I got you. And they're thinking I'm robbing him because I'm trying to pick him up, like by his shirt and his pants. I'm trying to get him up. They jump out, guns drawn. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Now he's not gonna tell them what happened. He ain't gonna about to say no names of who he got to fighting with. So they're like, "What happened?" He's like, "I got robbed." Right? Plays it off. So they grab me, start putting me in the car. He's like, "Nah, that's my homeboy. He ain't do it." All right, we go back. Me and Frog will work out of town together. I'm talking about all up and down the East Coast, like. And to this day, he's definitely one of the 3 people that just hits me up out of nowhere. I got a whole shit ton of voicemails. What's up, bro? Just wanted to say what's up and, tapping in with you, checking on you. Hold on a second, Woody. Let me readjust, man. There we go. Yeah, shout out to you, Frog, man. And I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being a friend, man. Woody Wood.
Yo, what's up, my guy?
What's up, man?
Sorry it took me some minutes. I had just got off work, had to get things situated.
It's all good, man. It's all good. So, all right, real quick, everybody, I'm going to let's make this happen. Mark deserves to be buried, man. He shouldn't be cremated. Y'all, the prices of this shit is insane. You know what I mean?
Astronomical.
Just what are they talking for a cremation? A cremation is what, like somewhere around $5,000 for the cremation and the viewing.
Yeah, at least.
And that's not what he wanted. He's always said, if anything happens, I want to be buried. I want a place where people can come visit me. And that shit, we're looking at $15,000.
Yeah, it's too expensive, man.
So we're doing everything we can. We don't want to go the cremation route at all because that's not what Mark wanted. So I'm gonna link once again the GoFundMe, and if you have donated, let me know. I'll go check it. And
somebody sent me a $20 donation. I think the guy's name was Ram. Let me see real quick.
You pull it up. Get on top of it, man.
I'm getting on top of it right now, bro.
You just got in from work?
Yeah.
All right, I just linked the GoFundMe and the Cash Apps on the bottom of the screen, and that's the point of this. And don't think that by any means that I'm not going to do my part, because whatever they don't have, I'll make sure they do have.
Yeah, it's the guy's name was or girl's name was Pankaprush Ram. I can't pronounce your name, but man, thank you so much, man. Every dollar, every cent's going to be going towards this issue here that we got going on. You know, me and my wife are coming out of our pockets as much as we can to help out.
Right.
So, yeah, we greatly appreciate everything from everybody. That's for sure, man.
How's your wife been? How y'all taking it, man? I know it's been hard, man.
It's been hard. It has been hard. And the crazy thing is, like, I broke down again the other day because I needed some help at my other house, man. And I was going to call Mark. And it dawned on me, I was like, what am I doing? He's not here. Every time I call him, he would come help me if he was around in town or something like that. But it was a little rough, man. But we're doing okay. I talk to Tina every day, staying on top of things.
Tina's a sister, for y'all that don't know. Tina's a sister.
Yeah. But definitely appreciate everybody, man, that's done something or going to do something. Is definitely going to help.
I mean, we'll get it one way or another, man. We'll get it.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt. So,
TJ Shelton, I appreciate you. Thank you. But let me say this, and thank you so much, man. But if y'all gonna donate, please donate to the Cash App or donate to the GoFundMe. If you donate it to me, YouTube is gonna take 35% of it right off the top, and that money is, that money don't come till next month. But TJ Shelton, thank you.
Yeah,
You know, like
appreciate
I
it.
said, any and all donations that come in, I'm on that. I'm on this. I got the other set up. I'm checking as we go. Like, ah,
Yeah. Shout out to you, Irish Pride. I got my laptop here checking out some comments as we go. I haven't figured out how to read the comments on the phone.
Matt
But
McGraw, thank you for donating on the GoFundMe. Carol G, thank you. Carla and
thank
Rosie
you.
Charleston, thank you. Wanda Purdue, Carolyn
Rossi.
Kriglow,
Rossi's in the building. You said Rossi?
Carla and Rossi Charleston.
Yeah, hey, that's my guy, man. Yeah, that's my guy right there. I mean, that's my dude. He lives in New York, man.
They
Shout out
donated
Rossi.
twice,
What's
man.
up, man?
They donated twice. He
That's
donated $100 twice, man. Thank you.
that's dope. Hey, he's a good guy, man. I talked to him on the phone. That's one of my guys, man. Shout out to you, Rossi, man. You and your wifey, man. Thank you so
Wanda
much.
Wanda Purdue, Carolyn Kriglow, Nydia El Barjano, or Ordonez. Sorry if I messed your name up. Derek Fuller. A big salute, Derek. To the
Big
anonymous, thank
salute.
you. Cleve Richards, Justice Boyd, Jeffrey Price,
Definitely,
Jessica Cousin. I just seen you in the comment section. Thank you, man. Nathan White,
definitely.
Arslan Majid, Daniel Liebler, Nathan Bassett, Buena Evans, Christopher Little, Jashawn Brock, Christina Howland, Chase Apple, Bruce Cameron, Timothy Conway, Kenneth Jordan, Jerryon Bailey, Lisa Ward, Brian McGuire, David Drake, Unk Squatch, Martin Asinoff, Anonymous, Jason Gordon, Jameson McDonald, Anonymous, Derek Staten, Charles Taylor, Anonymous, Cheryl Beer, Jamie Lawrence, Zachariah K, Randy Awusu, Mario Johnson, Zachary Cox, Anonymous, Sherry E. Horton, Sawyer Panel, Terrell Daigle, Anonymous, Johnny Boykin Jr., Mija Moscow, Matthew Lane,
Anthony
Dignan Collier. Go ahead.
Anthony Ertley, man. Thank you, man. I think I pronounced your name right, man. Appreciate you.
Big salute and thank you, Anthony. Dignan Collier, Kenneth Arnold, Joe Carter, Jolie Gawker, Shakira Johnson, Amanda Markland, Lawrence Major, Tyson Watson, Kristen Cola, Enrique Vallejo, Kenneth O'Deal, Akiba, you got a crazy name, Kolodny, Daniel Sinclair, Jordan Ramirez, Rob Rockefeller, and Emily Ezzell. Thank all of you, man. Thank all of you. And I'm going to continue to do this. Like,
Everybody,
in
man. Thank
talking,
everybody because we done surpassed what we were looking for. Do you want me to see if Tina wants to come up here?
that's up to you. And when he said, I had told her, I told y'all in the beginning, I said, we don't, anything helps. Like I said, it's 15,000 is the bottom line, is what they want to bury him. So I told him, I said, just set it. I said, but the more help we can get, the better. So we initially were just like, if we could get $3,000 to put towards it, that would be great. We hit that milestone. So she raised it, we can get $6,000, anything. Because whatever we don't come up with, it's more or less, it's going to fall on me and Woody. We're the ones that are going to, and I know, not saying his family's not, they'll do what they can, but Mark didn't come from money.
No, they didn't.
He's not got doctors and lawyers and people making 6 figures a year in his family. That's unfortunately, that's not everybody's family. And that wasn't Mark's family. They didn't know what to do with Mark passed. Like,
come on now, girls.
But we're gonna figure it out, man. We're gonna
Yeah, we
figure it
definitely
out.
are. We definitely will. Yeah, me and my wife already dropped her some money. We still in the process of helping out every way we can.
Snowplow, I appreciate you and thank you. I know you donated as well. Thank you, Snowplow. To anybody that's donating, please don't donate to the channel tonight, please. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Dog tagging Sarah, gonna get it to your family, bro. Salute. Thank you, but please, if you're gonna spend money or you want to send it to a good cause, man. Put it towards Mark's school,
exactly,
or send it to Woody's Cash App. That way, that money can go to his family.
And sending it to the GoFundMe is just as good, but they charge a fee to send money. If you don't want to charge that, the rest of that money can go towards his funeral. We appreciate it either way. I got a crazy dog that wants my attention. She wants my attention. But we thank you all the way around the board, everybody, man.
Well,
Definitely.
it was crazy. I didn't know. I knew you and Mark. All right, so I met Mark and Woody both at Greensville, obviously, right? Woody was my cellmate. Mark was one of my homeboys, and they were doing time together, but they had known each other since they were 4. I don't have a friend in the world that I've known since I was 4. I don't. Nobody.
Yeah.
I don't have a friend I've known since I was 10. Y'all go back to being 4. That's like that's next level.
It's unheard of nowadays.
It is.
Brandon Kelly, thank you so much, bro. You just got another one in, Jay.
Anthony
thank y'all.
Kelly,
Thank y'all so much. You know, but like, you know, nowadays it's unheard of to have friends. You know, you might have a friend for 10, 15 years, you know, 5 years, whatever, y'all fall off. But like, well, come here. Come on, girl. We, you know, through thick and thin, me and Mark has always been close. Like, that's my brother. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell me, like, he come to my house. My mama used to treat him like she was his own and vice versa. You know, all the way around the board, whether his grandma house, his auntie house, somebody house, brother house, it doesn't matter. I'm family. You know, and it hurts. It hurts every day thinking that he's gone, man, because, you know, it's crazy, dude.
right.
It's crazy, man.
Right. There's probably, like, in real life, there's probably 2 or 3 people that have actually seen me shed tears. You know what I mean? That's that Mark situation, like,
another Anthony. Thank you, Anthony. Another Anthony. Shout out to you, my guy. Appreciate it.
That shit broke me. Like, that shit broke me down, man.
Dude, you don't understand, man. You don't expect that, and you wouldn't have ever expected it. That's why when you said what you said on that video, that you got to cherish your family, man. You got to cherish your life, because one minute you're here, the next minute you're gone, bro.
Right.
You know,
and they had to come in at one point. They had to come in, and they had to remove a piece of his skull. Like, legitly, they cut I've seen it. They cut a circle out on the side of his head.
Whole big chunk out of it. Yeah.
Right. They removed that to relieve the pressure on his head and to help with the swelling, right? Well, that night, I stayed the night that night, and I'm talking to him. I go out. You can't smoke on the premises, so I go out to hit my vape in the parking lot, right? I'm not that dude that goes and vapes in the bathroom. I'll respect what the hospital says, right? So I go out to the parking lot, and I come back in, and his bandage is soaked. Yeah. And he's got stuff running down the side of his face. And I'm looking, and this isn't blood.
It's not normal.
And I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at. I'm like, what is that? The nurse comes in, they turn the light on. I said, what is that? And she said, it's brain matter.
Yeah, it's the stuff that's around your brain, the fatty, all the liquid in his head, because his brain was swelling and it didn't have anywhere to go. So it was just coming out.
Right. And it had, like, coagulated, like, down the side of his face, and, like, thick, just, I wish I wouldn't have seen it. You know what I mean? And then when they changed his bandage that night and had to rinse out, because they were taking, like, a saline solution and squirting it from, like, a round bottle with, like, a little nozzle on it. And they'd hold a towel, and they were, you know, cleaning that area of the brain. And I really wish I'd have just stayed in my fucking lane, man, and just stayed over there in that chair and not walked around the other side of the bed to see what they were doing. Because once again, I really wasn't prepared. You know, I wasn't prepared to see that. And this shit just gave me goosebumps. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how you want to see somebody you care about, somebody you love in that type of position. Like,
you know, I'm grateful for that Monday when the day you came, when I called you and you was on your way. I was grateful for that day, because now we had a glimmer of hope, but he knew we were there. Mm-hmm. You know, he squeezed our hand. He knew we were there, bro. You know, and I'll take that to my grave, knowing that he knew that we were there. All the people that he loved were with him. You know.
And there was a lot of people that showed up for Mark, man. I mean, they were majority family. But Mark was blessed in one thing. One thing I can say, that even if he wasn't the richest man in the world, he was rich in love, man. And he had a lot of people that cared about him. My family's not like that. My family is more or less like, we're torn. We're not a close family. We don't do holidays
Shout out,
with 20 people around the table. Go ahead.
shout out to Jasmine and Crystal. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
And
Thank
Carolyn. And Carolyn. Just now. Thank you.
Big salute to y'all.
Appreciate
man.
you. Big salute. Huge salute.
But Mark had a good sized family, and everybody, for better or worse, loved Mark. Man, everybody had a funny story. You know, like he was that guy you could turn to when everybody else would let you down and couldn't help you. Mark would be there.
Yeah.
I could be broke down in Texas, and I promise you, if I call Mark at 3:00 in the morning, he's on.
He'll ride a horse out. He would have rode his horse out there to get you. He'd have took that broke back old horse he had and rode out there to get you. Yeah.
And
Mark, he had that he bought when he got that horse, man. That horse was old, man, but Mark loved that thing, man. Hey, look, he loved that horse, boy.
I pulled up to his house, and he was staring at me. Right, it was out in like the little grazing area, and he was staring at me, and he was standing there looking at it, and he was like, "What are you doing?" Yeah. And I was like, "What?" I said, "What are you doing? You about to put that thing down?" Like,
shout out Felicia. Felicia, big salute. Thank you.
Like that, dude. That horse, that's Billy the Kid's horse. That horse was legit from the Western times. That horse was about 100 years old. I can hear that clacking when it walks. Like, sound like Legos.
Hey, Mark loved that thing. I was like, man, ride him. He's like, no, he's too old to ride.
too old to walk.
Somebody asked me, do I got Venmo? No, I don't have Venmo. I do got PayPal. Searching for fans. Answer send. West Virginia. I got PayPal, but I don't have Venmo. I'm sorry, I don't have Venmo. Got Apple Pay. I don't know if I want to get my phone number out.
That is called a lame horse. I don't know what it is. That bitch should have been called dog food. That horse should have been sent to a processing plant a long time ago. But
yeah,
they got loose. He had two of them. They got loose, and every time I call him,
oh, you remember that? You remember that when it got loose?
I'm out in the woods trying to catch these horses.
Yeah.
Said, man, why? Why? That's the best case scenario. Throw rocks at it. Like, don't try to get that bitch
just
to
let
run
him go
away. Like, Jay, what happened, man? For the people who just joined the chat, from what we're told, Mark had a stroke. They found him in his room. Mark worked with the union, so they would put him up in hotels and motels when they were working and stuff. So they find Mark in his room. He went out. I know he went out that Friday, hung out with some friends. I'm not sure the timeline of Saturday. But Sunday, nobody heard from him, so they get to, where's Mark at? They go by his room. His car's there, and he's in the room, face down on the carpet, door locked from the inside. They finally are able to get in. And that was it, man. They said that he had some type of stroke, just out the blue. Like,
out the blue.
That's how crazy life is. Just out the blue. He was planning to go to work tomorrow, and tomorrow never came. Just done. Lights out.
Lights out. And when John, it's his cousin for everybody. John and his wife is the one that went over there and found him. He seen his Corvette sitting out front, and he wasn't gonna take no for an answer. He banged on the door. He didn't answer. He knew Mark was not going to leave his car there. So he went and got the management to open up the door. And, it was bad. He seen his leg on the floor and went and got a pair of the channel locks and busted that chain.
The chain was on from the inside, so he had It wasn't just like it was locked. You know, you got the chain and you got the slide lock. So he had the chain on. So they had to bust into the room. And from there, it was the beginning of a journey that was bad. You know, life's crazy like that. Like I said, the man was legitly, this is Sunday. He's preparing to go to work tomorrow. And just like I'm sitting here talking to you.
Yeah.
Boom. Face down.
Gone.
Lights out.
Yep.
Life gone. Like, make it make sense, man. Make it make sense, because it doesn't. None of it's making sense.
Searching for answers. I'm going to see if my wife got Venmo. So just hold on. I'm going to text her and see if she got it. I think she may have it. I'm going to check.
No, I don't know Mighty Vent. Do you know a Hop from Greensville? It sounds familiar.
Hop? I remember Hop name. I remember him from Greenville.
For real?
I remember the name.
I know the name.
Yeah, I remember him. I remember Hop. I know that name. I've heard it in passing.
Hey, what was dude that had the crazy Coon? That was his name, Coon Dog.
With the one eye.
Yeah, crazy ass eye.
Dude.
Hustle Man.
Yeah. Hustle Man. Hustle Man was the yeah. Hustle Man had everything.
Thank you, Z Batgirl, for the memberships you gifted. Thank you. Thank you again. It threw me all the way off, man. Like I got a schedule set with my videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I had this new thing that I was gonna start doing on the weekends called Prison Talk, where I bring on, 3 or 4 different content creators every single weekend and just, answer questions, kick it, vibe out. And it threw such a big wrench. Like I felt selfish making videos. I felt selfish dropping content. Like, damn, dude, you just go back to doing what you was doing like nothing happened. But then I realized, like, that's life. You have to. Somebody passes away, you don't get to just say, well, I'm not going to work no more.
Exactly.
You gotta push through it, man. He said, Mighty something said, well, he a gump. Hey, that's, I ain't got nothing. That's to each his own, man. I ain't got no problem with them dudes. I was I keep it real. I was homophobic as hell when I first got locked up. And then I realized them guys are going after dudes that play ball. They're not going after straight guys, man. They're not, why would they go mess with a straight man and get beat up? No, they're not doing that. They're going to go after that dude that when they came in the pod, went and put on his Levi jacket and his denim blue shirt, or started doing some push-ups, or came out in the wife beater, the dude that started flexing. That's who they going at. Them boys and gumps, they not chasing straight, man. That shit is a major, misinformation right there, man. Don't get it fucked up. Gay don't mean soft. I know some gay dudes that'll whoop 90% of the people in this comment section, and that's no disrespect to y'all. I'm just being real. Like, them dudes ain't, especially them older gumps.
They got hands. They protecting their Junie cakes.
Especially them older gumps. You get one of them older punks that's 40, 50 years old, that's been gay since the 70s, since before that shit was a hate crime. And them dudes have fought in life. I've seen some gumps that would like beat your ass. You don't get no points if you beat up a boy. You don't get no points for beating up a punk. So you better not lose. If you lose, that's all bad. And some of these boys, they gonna give it to you. Hey, don't get it twisted. That's still a man. He said, I ain't got no problem if they push up on me. That's the thing. They know who they can push up on. Only thing I didn't like when they started talking crazy. Like if you ever had to sit in the chow hall and somehow you got stuck at a table beside them or something, and you hear their conversation, some of the shit they would say would make me feel uneasy. But like, nah, I ain't never had no punk push up on me. Never.
Hey, so my wife don't got a Venmo, but I just set up one. So it's Woody Wood at New Life with Woody. Anybody that has Venmo that don't have anything else,
Drop that in the comment section, Woody.
All right, let me see. All right.
I appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. This ain't my normal live. We're here for a reason, man. We're going by any means necessary. We're going to put Mark to rest. We're going to bury Mark, man. And they're still working on the official, I guess, cause of death. So that's still going on. But right now, the biggest thing is getting him laid to rest. And there's some amazing people have come forward during this whole entire ordeal. One of my biggest, I wouldn't say ops. I don't let YouTube get to me like that. But I had a dude that used to make videos about me. Right. We're gonna go ahead and get into this. He used to make videos about me. I'm talking about
he made them about me too.
I mean, he must have made shit, God knows, 50, 60 videos about me. And it was bullshit. I've talked to this guy behind the scenes. It was bullshit. He was being fed bullshit. He knows it was bullshit. He's apologized. But shout out to facts, stranger than fiction, man. Those are words I thought I would never, ever in a million years say, after some of the videos this man made. But the man said, look, it brought views, and it was, I hate that I did that. I'm sorry. I'll apologize to anybody. I'm like very humble. And as soon as this happened, this man reached out and he said, don't worry about the tombstone. I've got it.
Exactly.
He said, I'll take care of the tombstone. I'll take care of the shipping and handling. If you want a mural, y'all figure out what you want on it, and I'll take care of the headstone. And that shit
touched me too.
Means more than you could ever imagine, because that act of kindness will be Mark's display, his final resting place. That's what's going to sit there till the end of time. And out of nowhere, you just said, I'll take care of that. And that speaks so much on your character, man. So much on your character. You didn't have to do that, and I'm glad that our, relationship as far as YouTube and life goes made a 360, and we were able to come to being on good terms, man. Because usually if you make a video about me, you talk shit about me, it's fuck you for life.
It's over. Exactly.
Yeah, just keep that energy. This dude, he reached out and was, I need to apologize to you. I'm sorry. I was wrong. And there's not many people that are willing to admit when they're wrong, and he did. So shout out to him.
He made some videos about me too, man. But I just want to know how he made them, man. Them Johnson look good. He made me look like I was in this one movie. It was pretty good though. It was pretty good how he did it. I don't know how he did it. I wish he could show me, but it was pretty dope. But,
it takes like your face and puts it on the person in the movie.
Yeah. The whole movie was me. I was like, yo, that's pretty dope. But it was all right though. Hey, searching for answers. Search for answers. I just dropped it again in the chat. You had asked. You didn't see my comment. I just dropped it again in there for you. But man, Mark, his brother, took a picture of him. I should send it to you, and can you post it? Can you post it up in there now? If I send it to you,
send it. I might have to back out, and you might have to hold it down for a second. But yeah. Well, actually, send it to me. I'll do it on my. I'll go to StreamYard on my phone.
Yeah, let me see if I can get it to you.
I'll pull up StreamYard on the phone.
Yeah, he did some pictures with him and Mark. It was pretty. I liked it.
You to stop cam in a studio. Hopefully, I don't start echoing. Okay, I did not want to be on the stage. Remove from stage. There we go.
There you go.
You sent it?
Yeah, I sent it to you. Somebody left a comment. I just want to. Let me see where it was at. I didn't like it. Let's see. He must have.
Get him gone. One thing about me, man, I'm not. You don't get the disrespect over here for the cost of a sub.
No, somebody said in the comment that Woody, this ain't about you. It ain't about me. I'm just dropping my Venmo so we can help my brother, man. Y'all, if
That's
you don't
it.
like it, you can
All
kick rocks.
funds, right? All funds go to his
You
sister
can kick
Tina,
rocks.
who is taking care of the,
Exactly.
everything that's going on, man. None of this
Yeah.
is money for us. None of this is to line our pockets.
Zero.
This is to help his family out, and all this money goes to the people that charge all the money to bury people.
Every red cent will go straight for the exact cause that its purpose
Let
is
me
for.
go here. Let me
And
change a
more.
couple things real quick. Make sure that. Let me see. Comments on. Who can comment? Subscribers. That's it. You gotta subscribe. You're not just gonna be in here talking shit.
Well, come here, baby. Come here. Come here.
Y'all
Where's your
work with
ball
me a
at?
second, man. I'm trying to post this picture that Woody just sent me.
Where's your ball at, baby? I don't know where that's coming. My dog done lost her ball. She's crying. She wants her ball. I can't find it. I can't find it. I mean, you gotta find another ball. Look at that. Look at that. It's not there. Where's it at? Show me. Go show me.
Catch y'all's comments while I do this. Sorry, y'all.
My dog lost her ball. She can't find it.
More Chomo Karma stories. All right, in the studio. Then I gotta remove myself. Move from stage. All right. Now go over here to. Let me see. Maybe I can put it as a background. You think after doing this shit 1,000,001 times I'd be like a pro at StreamYard? I'm not.
Yeah.
By no means. All right, here we go. Add file. Yeah, it's
What
not
are you
letting.
doing with the dog?
It ain't letting me.
Where's it at, huh?
Big Zoe 816 said, I'm a dwarf and have a prison story. Hit me up. J Let's Live Life at gmail.com. J Let's Live Life at gmail.com. I don't doubt it, man. I did time with a dude. This is real talk. You're from Virginia, you know Nubs. Let them know in the chat section. You're talking about a man with no legs, no arms. Like, they do not give two shits. They will lock your ass up.
Exactly.
They do not care. I've seen people so old in prison, they didn't even know they were in prison. You know what I mean? Just people had to legitly up deep. When I was at State Farm, they had one building that was just for old people. Your job could be pushing old people around in the wheelchair. Like, that was legitly your job was to take care of this old man. You know what I mean? Like, pushing
All
from
day.
point A to point B, take him here, there, wherever around the prison. Like, they don't care nothing about that.
No. I was locked up in Florida with a small person, right? He was a major gunner. He would get in the trash cans, bro, with the little lids on them. That got this the little hook. And he'd be in the trash can.
Gunning.
Exactly. Yes. That's crazy.
Jay, what do you think of Carmelo Anthony? I think it's a shitty situation, man. I think it's two lives lost. One dude is dead, and another one's life is lost to the system. It's a shitty situation. The media took it, made it about race, and ran with it. But that shit happens in America every day, man. Teenagers, sad as it sounds and insensitive as it sounds, dudes kill each other every single day. This one just happened to, catch a spotlight, and as usual, everybody makes it about race, man.
My wife just tapped in. Hey,
once
darling.
again, thank you to everybody that's donated. Let me go run and check the GoFundMe. I'm on my multitask shit tonight, which I'm not great at multitasking, but
no,
You figure it out. Anthony Collins, thank you. Carol G, thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Let me check.
How did you find out? Woody, did his sister contacted you and told you what was going on?
Yeah, exactly. They immediately when he went to the hospital, she called me. Like within an hour when they found out what was wrong. So
Did
yeah,
you think it
that's
was
how
as
I
bad
found
as it
out.
was when you showed up? Like, did you thought it was
The
just another
biggest
one of the
thing,
situations, or were Marcus in the hospital, or just because I wasn't
no,
ready?
I knew when I walked in there. Tina had already told me that, he was paralyzed on the left side of his body,
Right.
and when I walked in there, within like 30 seconds, it hit me. It hit me to the core, because seeing him like that, last time I visited him in the hospital, his back was messed up. He had messed his back. He had fell, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And, me and my wife went and visited him then. And I just knew it was bad then when I went this last time. It was bad. It was
And
really
when
bad.
they told me he was paralyzed, like I know other people that have had strokes, and they become, they get that partial paralyzation on the left side of their body. But the majority of the
You can
people
come
I
back from it.
know, right, the majority of the people I know that became paralyzed due to a stroke shook back. Like some of them might have their face might droop a little bit, or they might not have the same strength in their hand, but all of them regained. They could walk again. When they showed me the CAT scans and stuff of Mark's brain,
Yeah, that was where it was at. Yes,
that's when everything became real.
it
Like
was
once that's when
it
it
was
became
bad.
real. And they told me, they were like, it does, regardless if he pulls through, we're telling you he is permanently paralyzed on his left side. That's not gonna change. It's not gonna get better. We do this for a living. There's the brain scan. Like he will forever be paralyzed on his left side. And Mark is one of those people that was so active that I think that's why God went ahead and called him home, because he couldn't have functioned like that. He couldn't have. This dude could not sit still. Like I don't know anybody that did as much as Mark did in a day. So for him, that would have
Exactly.
been, I think for him, that would have been worse than death. I really do. Like, what? I can't run around like
I
some
can't
chicken
move.
with my
I
head
can't.
cut off all day.
Mhm.
Mm-mm. They talking about in the comment section, talking about Baby Doll, aka Dog. Yeah, Barbie Doll. And they didn't call his name wasn't Baby Doll, his name was Barbie Doll.
Barbie doll.
Yeah, dude used to be in 100 Pod, worked the maintenance. I'm not sure if Dog, he was still up there when he was up there. He was in 100 Pod next to us. I worked maintenance with him. You would remember he was jacked up bald dude with a black dude jacked up with a bald head. But they either called him Dog or Barbie Doll. And I asked him one day, Woody, right? And Barbie Doll been down a long ass time. A very long time. Never going home. You know what I mean? He's got that physique that you can only get from like lifting prison weights for 20 plus years. Once you've been
Yeah.
lifting them weights 20 plus years, you get that just everything is solid. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and he had that look to him. So me and Dog, I don't want to say we weren't friends. Let's not get it twisted. I was not friends with Barbie Doll, but
Yeah.
became acquaintances. I worked with him. You know what I mean? He lived a couple cells down from me when I was in 20. He was in like 15. So we talked here and there. And Woody, I asked him one time, I said, bro, how does a jacked up black man with a bald head that looks like he was built for prison get a name like Barbie Doll? Like that shit don't even make sense. Barbie Doll's white, got blonde hair. Like, how does this black man get? He said, Jay, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Don't take this personal. And don't, I'm not aiming to sit you. He said, but back in the day, I'm talking back in the day, he said, I'll get me a fresh white boy. He said, I'll take him up beneath my arm, Jay. He said, I'll pet that motherfucker like a little Barbie doll. Said, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna roll out, man. Thanks for the
Exactly.
conversation. Like, and he was dead ass serious. Like, He ended up dealing with a dude in there. I did a story on it, named Stacy, man. And Stacy was he ended up hanging himself, but he was a despicable human being. And dog, we had a guard at the time that I guess was from the same county as this dude. And she posted all his shit. Remember the bulletin board in the pod where they put like
Oh
the
yeah.
cow hall menu, upcoming changes, commissary prices. She put this dude's shit up in the middle of the night. She went out, unlocked it, and posted all his fucking shit. She printed out shit I guess she got from like Google, like the clippings of it, and put all that shit on the bulletin board. Bro, I come out for chow and there is just a whole bunch of dudes standing there looking at the bulletin board. And I'm like,
damn,
what is everybody looking at? Like, we must have if everybody's looking at it, like we must have got some new commissary items or something changed. And I walk up and I start looking, and it's got this dude's mug shot and everything. And he stayed in the cell with this dude named Randy Chappelle. He's on top tier in cell 32. And dudes are looking up there at the cell. And I'm like, yo, this is the dude Stacy. Dog ended up getting his hands on him. And if he hadn't told me why they called him Barbie Doll, it made sense after this whole situation, because he damn sure treated him like
come here.
He did some heinous things to that man that he deserved. It is what it is. He deserved. With that situation, it was one of those. It was really bad. They got a call. The police got a call to an unresponsive baby. And if you got squeamish or anything, now's a good time to tune out, to click off, come back in like 30 seconds. I'll give you a second. All right, you're still here. They get a call for an unresponsive baby, and the police go there, paramedics, the baby's gone. The baby's not alive. So they trying to figure out why, and they do the autopsy, and they figure out that the baby's airway was collapsed, right? And they find the man's DNA. And I'm just going to leave it there. Dudes wanted his head on a stick. When I mean dudes wanted his head on a stick, they wanted his head on a stick. But dog took him and gave him the booty bandit treatment for a week or so, day in and day out. He ended up Stacy ended up going to the hole, and that's where he hung himself, man.
Yeah.
Bad people, man.
I've met some trifling individuals in prison. I got a plethora of stories, but yeah, some people, deserve to be in there, if not more, for some of the things they've done in life.
You're muffled.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you had your hand on the microphone.
I just said, some people. There's people in prison you've met, Jay, that just don't deserve to be there anymore.
Yeah, it's definitely not like, and I talked about this in my last video. I seen a couple other people speak on this subject. People screaming, free the guys, free the guys. Do not free all the guys. Free some of them guys. But there are some people in prison that are where they need to be. They do not ever, ever, ever need to be let out into the real world again. I've met some guys that will tell you themselves if they get out. I had a homeboy of mine tell me he's still pissed off at his co-defendant after 25 years. I said, if you get parole, what you gonna do? He said, I'm going straight to his house. I'm gonna shoot him in his face. And he was serious.
Dead serious. I'm sure he was dead serious.
Like, if they let me out, I'm gonna go to his house, knock on his door, and right in his face, man, and go right back to prison. Like, and he was mad because his co-defendant told on him for some bodies. They ready to lock this dude up. This dude ain't done shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude Ernie, I was locked up with a dude Ernie. Ernie was an old man, and some conversations you ain't ready for. And I got to talk with Ernie one day, and Ernie said some shit that just nightmares are made of, that has stuck with me, and I think I could get dementia, Alzheimer's, all that mixed up into a big blender, and that could be me, and I'd still remember Ernie. Ernie told me, he said, Jay, the hardest part of skin on a human body is the nipple. That's not a conversation you think that, or a comment you're ever going to hear. He said, I don't care how many times you do it. He said, I always messed up when I got to the nipple. Yeah. Ernie, you should probably remain in cell 10 the rest of your life.
Yeah. Definitely. God, Ernie.
Old
He was
man
at
Ernie.
Greensville with us?
He was
Was he at Greensville?
yeah, but he was in 100 Pop with me. Yeah, this is before you
Oh.
even got there. He used to be in a cell with this old dude named Buddy Lee. And Buddy Lee had gave this young dude a bunch of cigarettes. So it's before 2010 because they took out smoking in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
He gave this young black dude a bunch of cigarettes. And the dude was supposed to pay him. The dude goes out there and is playing tonk. And he pushed up on him, store day comes, you see him paying everybody else. He don't go pay the old white guy, Buddy Lee, right? Little short old fat man. And he didn't know what he was gonna do, man. He went to Ernie, and Ernie said, "You gotta stick him. Like you can't just let him not pay you. Like he done bucked on you. You gotta stick him." And Ernie had skin cancer, so he always had that white medical tape.
Yep.
And they give him gauze pad where he's supposed to wrap his hands. Man, Ernie took that fucking knife and stuck it to the end of Buddy Lee's cane. Sharp. I'm talking the tip on this bitch was surgical. And taped it with the white tape and told him to go out there and poke it with him. He's gonna get up and whoop me. He said he ain't gonna do shit after you hit him with his cane a couple times, but fall down in the floor and die.
Exactly.
And he went out there and he jabbed the dude 2 or 3 times with it. And the dude hops up thinking like he just poked him with the cane, not realizing like he done hit organs. That shit was real. And as he boop, 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 poked him with that cane a couple times, knocked holes in him. Yeah. That was the end of Buddy Lee, man. Young and thought he could buck on the old head. What's up, my guy?
Sure. Oh yeah, Krupp in here. What's up, man? Uncle Squatch, huh? Uncle Squatch.
Uncle Squatch donated too, man. So thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
I seen you in the donate section, man. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Damn.
Hold it down 1 second, Woody. I gotta grab something to drink, y'all. I keep looking over this damn drink, and this bitch is super empty.
Go ahead, man. Go get you something. I got you, man.
All right.
But I thank each and every one of y'all again, man. That's for sure. Mark was a good dude, man. I don't know. One of the old stories, like when we were like 5 or 6, you remember them? I don't even know if they have them anymore, but we called them church belts back in the day. The little elastic belts with the little leather tips on them. Well, Mark come over my house. He had one of them leather belts, and I wanted it to make a slingshot out of it, but I had this cap gun, so I traded him the cap gun for that belt. So we took the belt and we tied it and found a tree branch that was like, a Y section. So we made this slingshot with that belt, just going around the neighborhood, just doing crazy stuff. When we were young like that, we was ripping and running the streets. And so Mark goes home with his cap gun. His mom and dad asked him where he got that cap gun from. He said he got it from me. He traded his belt for it. So they whooped Mark's tail. Then they came to my house knocking on my door. And Big Mark, he's like a pops to me. And hold up. So he's like a pops to me, and he's like, "Where's the belt at?" I said, "I done cut it up." So next thing you know, he whooped me right in front of my mom and all that. And then my dad, them they came, they whooped me. A lot of crazy stories with Mark, man, but he's gonna be missed. He had a heart of gold. Just, it's too real that he's gone. I'm just grateful for the memories that we have. Just, I'm just grateful. Definitely grateful. He's going to be missed. That's for sure.
Well, y'all were legit, y'all were like family. When I mean y'all were like family, y'all had that big brother, little brother relationship. Like there was times I seen he would get to irritating you because, like I said, he'd known you since he was 4, and here it is, y'all sleep a cell. No, we were in cell 19, and Mark at the time, was he in cell 15? He was 4 doors down from us. He was in 15, and I remember you'd be like, "Mark, I'm not playing." You jump him out the bed. He, take off, leave Woody alone, man. I said, "Go on, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Get away from the door before I let him up out the cell." Like you started to piss him off. He'd come down there just to fuck with you, just to irritate you.
I wish I had him to irritate me now, man.
We
I'd
take
give
that for
anything to
granted,
have him
man.
irritate me. Exactly. You know.
It's
Damn,
the little
man.
things, man. We take it for granted. I'll never forget. I put Mark in that damn commissary bag. I put Mark inside. Inside. I had the world's longest commissary bag. The bag had to have been
That
5 feet
jump was
long.
long.
Yeah, big old long orange commissary bag. I put Mark's ass in there, tied that bitch in a knot. Then there was another time I had these. I think I'm pretty sure if y'all watch, I've told these stories. But there was another time I work in maintenance had a lot of perks. I would come back with stuff that other guys couldn't get. You name it, solder, black tape, just hot glue. These are hot commodities. You can take that hot glue and stick a paper clip on one wall, and on the other side make a little hook and hang a sheet up. So when you use the bathroom, the room is divided. You know what I mean? You got a little privacy from your cellmate. I had all these little items. So I brought back, I don't know, actually, I didn't mean to bring them back. I had a whole bunch of zip ties in my back pocket. The big, thick security zip ties, like the ones the cops are going to put on you, the big, black, thick ones. And I forgot they were in my back pocket. I came back from work, and me and Mark would wrestle, right? He started working out. He starts to feel himself, thinking he's getting.
He thought he was the shit.
Yeah, he put a little size on. I'm like, Mark, you better go on somewhere, man. I'll make slight work out your ass in this cell. So we bet on it. I said, man, in no time, I'll ball your ass up and zip tie you. And he was like, you can't zip tie me. And I'm like, all right, let's go then. So we lock up. Boom, boom, boom. We go at it. We're not fighting. We're just wrestling. Not only do I got to overpower him, but then I got to get him in position to zip tie him. I end up hog tying Mark's ass. Zip tied his hands, his feet.
That was the funniest. Listen, I couldn't look. We ragged him for months after that.
And we had dudes falling out in the pod laughing. I drug him out the cell, and this is my homeboy. You know what I mean? This ain't cruel. This is a bet. Mark always trying to come on and come up. He's always trying to figure out a way to make some money. So he wants to bet that he can out wrestle me. First of all, you're not stronger than me, so you're gonna lose. Then he wants to bet that I can't zip time. Man, I took him, put him out in the middle of the pod like luggage. For 80-some people, he was just sitting there, zip tied up, hog tied, looking like, all right, man, you got me. So then I get him, I got to take him back into the cell. Now I got to get these zip ties off. So I break open a razor, one of the razors you shave with, a little double blade razor. Now I've got to sit there with this little tiny ass razor and try to cut these security zip ties to get Mark free.
Yeah, that was funny. Hey, so people saying Happy Father's Day to us, man. Happy Father's Day. Thank y'all so much.
Thank y'all, man.
Somebody asked me, was I locked up at Dillwyn in 2001? No, but I was in prison in 2001, but it was in Florida prison system.
What year did you get locked up?
I got locked up in 2000. My first prison bid though I did in Virginia in 94. I got out in like 97.
Dude, old as a bitch.
Yeah, you old too. Shit.
Not 94, 97 old.
Yeah, man.
It's a blessing. Just joking with you.
I will never go back inside a prison cell. I can tell you that.
Never say never, Woody. Never say never, Woody. Just don't do that. I said it, and them words bit me in my ass, man. Life happens. Never say never, Woody.
I say I don't plan on it. How about that?
Like somebody comes and try to do something to your family, tell me you ain't never going back in a prison cell, Woody. You know, somebody does something to your wife or your kids, tell me you ain't never going back in a prison cell, Woody.
What? All right, just say one word when I do this face.
That's Mark. That's Mark when he's thinking. When he's confused, he does the Popeye mouth.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hey, when I met Mark, I got to fight with this blood named Bop, right? And white dudes are weird. And this isn't talking down on my race. I'm just going to tell you, white dudes, especially when it comes to a white dude fighting with a bunch of black dudes or another black dude, fighting a black dude in prison. A lot of them white dudes they're not going to walk up on that. They'll act like they don't know you afterwards. You know what I mean? They're afraid that they're going to get into it and have to fight somebody, or somebody might be like, what's up? That's your homeboy? Man, Mark was the only one, and that's how I met Mark. Me and Bop had just finished rumbling, and I went and sat. We're on the side of 7 building where the urinal is, and then you got the bleachers right there behind home plate. Off to the side of them, I went and sat on the bleachers, and it was a good fight, but I was winded. I was tired as a bitch. So I'm sitting there. still dirty from being on the ground, bleeding a little bit, nothing too bad. And if you're watching Bop, I beat that ass. You got what you was looking for. You kept running your mouth. You thought the white boy was soft. Those was your words, and I gave you the business. Anyway, I'm sitting there, and dudes I know are walking by, and they're like doing the little head nod, but ain't nobody trying to stop because they don't want to be involved. They don't want them blood dudes because first of all, the dude is a blood. And I went to the head of the Bloods at the time. I knew the dude real well. I told him I had an issue. He was like, look, if he says anything else to you, I'm going to let y'all run it. Just one-on-one. This one time, we ended up fighting again in the stairwell. And he swung on me, tried to sneak me. Anyway, Mark, I don't know if he didn't know better. He just didn't care. None of that. Walked up and sat down. You know, he used to throw his shirt over his shoulder. He sat down beside me. And he's like, he said, what's up, man? My name's Mark. Just out the blue. Just got to finish fighting. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I said, what's up, man? He was like, you all right? And I was like, I'm good. And he was like, that's a good fight, man. Where you from? And just started talking like you.
Where you from? That's Mark. That's Mark.
Finish seeing me rumbling with this dude, like, and from there it was like, this is my guy, man. Good heart.
You know, every time we got new people in the pod, right? I guarantee with the first 30 minutes after they unpack, Mark's over there talking to him. Like, hey, who are you? Hey, where you from? Hey, I'm Mark. I'm from Hampton. You know?
Quick, fast, in a hurry, he's going to introduce himself, man.
Yes, he is. He's going to go try.
He'd be running around all day long. Yeah. Oh, man. Don't let Mark
I fix headphones. I fix radios. I fix it all. That's him, bro. God, that was him, man.
Well, I bailed him out of so many situations. Because he had good intent, and Mark would get these thoughts in his head. And to him, it was a good plan. To me, it was not a good plan. You shouldn't do it. It's not going to work. But he would get these ideas of how he could make money in prison, right? So he'd go start store boxing stuff from people.
All the time,
right? So
all the
rolls
time
around, and whatever plan he had concocted, usually he'd have something set up, and the dude would back out. Come store day when it's time to pay the dude, like, oh man, I'll just get you do it next time. So Mark's like, he's done borrowed stuff, and he plans on paying this guy that he borrowed from with the money he was supposed to get from this guy to fix this or whatever Mark would come up with. And they'd be ready to jump on Mark's ass, man. And I'd be like, man, I'm gonna fuck you up, Mark. I swear to God, dog. And I go down there
every time,
holler at whoever
every
something going on with, and I'm like, look, don't do nothing to him. I can't let you do nothing to him. I'm saying, you gonna fight for him? If that's what it comes to, then yes, I will fight for him. But that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out how to get you paid. Everybody's happy. Like, I can't let you beat Mark up over 5 packs of cookies and 12 honey buns. You know, this type of shit he'd owe. And I'm talking about, I bail him out, and it wouldn't be, you fast forward, it'd be a little time, a month or two. He'd be in the same jam again. He'd be standing there with his face twisted up in his door, confused, don't know what to do. Like, damn, this dude's gonna come whoop on me. Never a time that I let anybody do that, man. Never. Not about to do shit to Mark, man. Not while I'm around here. I cuss his ass out, though. I'll be like, Mark, you gonna make me do something to you, man, because you keep putting me in these fucked up positions.
God.
Yo, hold on. I gotta swap this music, man. This music's starting to irritate me. Start from the beginning. Just let it run. And his mom. That's something I think that was real gut wrenching too, man. Is seeing somebody's mother. His mother's, she's a very, I don't like to say very old, but she's old. She's an older woman. Like, seems like she's got maybe the beginning stages of dementia or something.
She does.
And you could see at times she was not like there mentally, like she was somewhere else. And then she would like snap out of that and look over at this hospital bed to her son laying there. Then she would just start shaking and start crying. And even after they told us, like they told us that he's gone, she wasn't accepting it. She's like, I've seen people in the same situation have been told the same thing and they pulled through. And you can't tell her this ain't that's pulling through is not an option, Like when she kissed him and cried when they took him, for that last ride over the surgery. That's when I just completely lost it, man. I broke down because I'm a father and I could never imagine being in her shoes. Like that's your baby. That's your kid. And there's nothing you can do to help. And you've got to say goodbye. And that's just so unnatural, man. You should never have to bury your children. And my heart goes out to anybody that's ever had to bury a child. Searching for answers in West Virginia is in the chat. Her son lost his life while incarcerated, and to this day they've not given her any answers. And I can't. I don't know if I'm built like that, man. I love my kids more than I love me. Like I would trade my life without any debate for any one of my children in a heartbeat. And I couldn't. I don't know if I'm built like that to lose a child and just. And I know you have to. Life goes on. You have to continue living. I just don't. I don't know how I would. I don't.
It'll be hard, man. It'll be hard. You don't even want to think about it, man.
My wife worked with this chick years ago, named Melissa, and her son, he was like 17, was with his best friend, and his friend had this car. They had souped it up, done all these things to one of them little Euro cars, and they're going down this road here in Virginia called Snake Road. It's a windy ass road. And they ended up, he lost control of the car. And they said from the skid marks, he had to have been doing like 80 miles an hour. And it was really bad. It was a really bad accident. It was a very, very bad death. And this girl went from somebody I would see that was very outgoing, smiling all the time, to just a shell of who she used to be. Me and my wife ran into her years later down the road, and she hadn't shook back. She was still as messed up as she was when it all first happened. Then you got the families mad at each other. You got this kid driving, was going too fast. They're wanting to blame him, and it's just a messy ordeal, a messy ordeal, man. Like I said, once again, my heart goes out not just to anybody that's ever lost anybody, but especially if you've lost a child.
Exactly.
Seeing Mark's mom deal with that was like, it was real. There's no other word.
It was real. She just couldn't. I didn't. I love Miss Dottie to death, man. I like for real. Like, I just love her to death. But she didn't. She couldn't comprehend a lot of the things, and it was really hurting to see that.
And she tried to give me Mark's service blanket. Like they came in with this beautiful quilt that had been sewn together and had all these different patches that were red, white, and blue. Because when Mark was younger, he served. Prior to going to prison, he had served in the military. And it was all these thank yous, I love yous. It's a giant quilt, man, that was handmade for service members in Mark's situation. And she told me, she said, he loved you so much and he would want you to have this. I said, I can't take that.
No, I'm not. Definitely not going to take it.
I can't take that. You're his mom. Like, dude.
Exactly.
She just wasn't like grasping the fact that he's gone, man. He's gone.
Yeah.
The chat's crazy, man. Once again, I want to say thank you. Thank you to anybody that's donated. Via the GoFundMe, the Venmo. Woody's Venmo is on the screen. Cash App is on the screen. Let me check the GoFundMe again.
My Venmo ain't working for some reason, so you can just take that down. I have to use my wife's. I have to set hers up because it ain't working for me. I don't know what the heck going on. Maybe I didn't do something right.
But if you're catching this, if you're watching this, and it's Sunday, it's Father's Day. As of right now, it is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. But if you catch this on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and the days to come, it is currently Sunday, June 21st. Donate. Don't think that too much time has passed because we're nowhere near where we need to be. We're nowhere near where we need to be. Not to say I'm not grateful, because from the bottom of my heart, Woody, everybody involved with the Mark situation, man, we thank you. We thank you. And we're not asking, you do what you want to do with your money, but if you got it, this is a good place to put it. This ain't the money going into anywhere other than where it should be going. You know, if you've ever had to deal with this just out the blue, it's crazy. It is crazy the amount of money they want to bury a person.
Listen, they told her just for the plot at the cemetery is upwards of like 12 grand.
Just for the little
You know,
piece of grass, that area.
that's it. That's it.
I don't want that, man. I don't want that for my family. I don't want them to struggle. I've told them when I'm gone, do what you want. As long as I mean, definitely, I want to donate the organs. That's a must. But after that, I don't give a shit if you prop me up on the corner. Like I
Nope.
don't care if you throw me out of an airplane. I'm gone. Like that body is of
I'm
no use to me anymore.
yeah.
Remember me. Don't forget me. That's all I ask. But I don't want to be a burden to people having to come up with 15, 20 grand to bury me. No, we're not doing that. Send me to you can donate me to science. Put
If
me in
I
one of them.
go if I go before my wife, I want her to bury me in my backyard at my new house.
I don't care
You
what they
know,
do with me, man. Just don't let it
bury
be a
me.
burden. If find the cheapest, I would prefer my body be around just in case the zombie apocalypse pops off. I get to walk around and shit. That's just joking. But yeah, for real, I don't want to be a burden, man. I don't want to because I mean, you die and all of a sudden it's like families have to come up with just astronomical amounts of money. They're dealing with the
I'm
fact
eating
that they
right now.
lost
That's
somebody. They love somebody and they lost them, and now you got this stress of, and it ain't like you got 6 months to come up with it. No, it's generally about 10 days, but from the time you die to they want you in the ground. Like I
they
said,
want some kind of money in the hand.
immediately,
Insurance
immediately.
policy, something.
Mm.
You know, I'm eating right now. That's why I ain't on the picture, Jay. I don't want to see everybody stuffing my face with this pizza. It's
I
good
don't
as
care if
hell.
they put me in a cannon and shoot me out one of them circus cannons. I don't care what they do with my body. Just don't
Bro,
do nothing. Just don't do nothing weird to me. I don't want to be looking down and you're doing weird shit to my body. Don't do that. But as far as like what you like I said,
Amen.
prop me up on the corner, man.
the
Sit me
corner,
on the
man.
front. Sit me on the front porch.
Yeah,
What's
I'll
good,
sit on
prop?
the front porch.
What's happening? What's happening, fellas, man? My condolences. I know I already talked to both of y'all before and, reached out, but my condolences. And man, like, just what you was talking about a minute ago with his mom, and like, that just leads my mind to the rest of the family, the sister y'all had mentioned, like, and then the stuff you talking about right now, man, it's like, yeah, it'd be nice to have a place for my body or whatever, but like, out of all that, bro, like you saying, bro, prop me up wherever, just like keep the memory alive. Like that's what I worry about,
That's
like
it.
with
That
my
ain't that's a
children.
flesh sack. All this is
Yeah,
just what you work. Once
yeah,
my heart's no longer beating and it's clear I'm not coming back, like do whatever is most convenient
yeah.
for y'all, man. Make it happen.
Do it,
If
do
you
it, whatever you feel. You know what I mean? Like obviously, like how you started the night off. Excuse me. You came on talking about y'all both was saying that bro he wasn't trying to go out being cremated, right? Like so y'all
No,
are trying to figure it out to get it how what he wanted, but what he wanted is what y'all want. You want
right.
what he wanted. You know what I mean? So like it the burden falls on the people that are still here. So like what
all
are
the
you
time.
okay living with? What are you okay living with? You know what I mean? Walking away from this whole situation and knowing you did, you know what I mean? Like, what is that limitation or that goal? Because that's who it really gonna affect. You know what I mean? Like once we
Mhm.
gone, bro.
That's
Hopefully
it.
our memory carries on. But I mean, as a person being left behind, bro, um, don't make a list full of regrets in life. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, most people we live. Let's be real, man. The average American lives paycheck to paycheck. At
yeah,
least, at least in my life, the people I know, you
yeah,
know. So
yeah,
when something like this happens, it's like you got to come up with this money, but the damn Wi-Fi is about to get cut off. You're a month behind on the electric bill. Your car notes late
yeah,
or whatever it may be. That's life for a lot of people. That's just we
yeah,
make it happen. That's what it is. And then you got to deal with the heartache of losing somebody you cared about. And that's
yeah.
not the end of it. That shit comes with a bill that's
Now that's the
bigger.
beginning.
That's
That's the
half of
Exactly.
what some
beginning of
people
it.
make, 15, 20 grand. That's half of what some people make in a year.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
And it's like,
yeah.
yeah, no, we're not
Well,
taking no IOUs. We're not going to do
the
credit. We need that now.
poverty line is what, 18K?
It's up there. Yeah.
So like, yeah, that's almost the poverty line, bro. On one transaction, to be blunt, you know what I mean? Like, that's and even the IRS will work with you on a payment plan, bro. You can go just
Yeah, but a
about
funeral
anywhere
home
and
ain't.
get-
They ain't.
They're not
Yeah,
doing
that's
nothing.
what I'm saying.
Paid in full. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're like the dope man. They ain't taking no losses, and they want
Yeah.
all theirs right now.
up front.
Up front.
Yeah, my aunt just passed away right around the same time, bro. And
Yeah, you
I
told
seen
me. You
that.
sent me
I'm
a
sorry
text,
to hear that,
man.
man.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was right there, right around the same time, man. And she wanted to be cremated, you know what I mean? But like, still, they like it was still. I don't know. I'd have to talk to my cousin. I don't know if he bought a casket to do the viewing, the wake, whatever you
No,
want to call it.
they
I
rent
don't
them.
know.
They even
That's what I was
rent
going to
them.
ask him. That's what I told my wife. I said, I bet you
No.
they rent them. I said they rent everything nowadays. I was saying, I
Hey,
bet
look.
you they rent them out because I know
We
they
take-
don't burn the whole casket. My bad, bro. Go ahead.
No. We take the kids in the program that I'm a part of for the city of Hampton.
Yeah.
We take the kids a part of the program. We take them to the hospital. We take them to the funeral home. We take them to the graveyard. You know, and every time we build with them on that. And the people at the funeral home say we rent the caskets to the people that can't afford a casket for viewings.
Yeah.
I was like, you rent them? He's like, yeah.
I mean,
So
You know what this just brought to my mind, and it's on subject, but it's off subject. So I used to flip houses. Y'all know that. Not just
Yeah.
It is what it is. So we flipped this house one time, and it's shit's in the hood. Like it's on a corner. It's in Northside Richmond. The bitch is off Chamberlain. Like it's in the fucking hood. And we have to clean them out. Usually when we get these houses, there's still stuff in them. A lot of these are foreclosures, evictions. We have to finish cleaning out the belongings.
Yeah.
So
I
first
know
things
about
first, we'll get a dumpster on site. And for a lot of my guys, it was like Christmas time. Some of these houses, like if it belonged to an old person, they go to the hospital and die and they didn't have any family. So it legitimately, I've been in the houses that look like they just went to the store. The house is clean. It's not, you know what I mean? So we do this one house in the hood and we're cleaning everything out. And this closet in the living room was jam-packed full of shit. There's weights in there, like 3 or 4 vacuums. And on the top shelf, there is a clear bag, almost like a goldfish bag, and it's somebody's ashes.
what?
It's got a little piece of paper. Listen, it's got a little piece of paper laminated and like taped to the front of it with the man's name on it. And it was just on the shelf. There's nobody to contact to give this to. There's no way of, I don't know who this guy is, but this is a person. This is somebody's ashes, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I debated, like, what do I do with this? I can't just throw this in the trash, man. I can't just take this bag of ashes outside and throw it in the dumpster. I can't do that. So where we were working at, we were, I don't know, I'd say maybe 2.5, 3 miles from the river, from the James River, which runs through Richmond. So I remember I left them on the shelf for the first week or so, and I told the dudes, y'all just leave that there. Don't mess with it. You know what I mean? The closets, we're not even at the point of painting. We're tearing up flooring. We're demoing. We got a lot of shit to do.
Yeah.
Leave the ashes in the closet. So one day I was sitting there, and we were taking lunch, and I was thinking about it, and I said, you know what? I grabbed the man's ashes, put them in the passenger seat of my truck, and I drove down to the river. I said a quick prayer, and I opened his ashes up, and I released them into the river. You know, for me, that was the best. Like, I gave him back to the earth, but I didn't throw it in the trash. And I don't want to be that guy that ends up in a closet, forgotten about, and gets thrown in the trash.
Well, because once the memory is detached, now it's just carbon and dust, right? Like,
That's
it takes everything away from it, bro. And you know what I mean? Like, I've tried to explain that before. Like, your memory really, unless you somebody, bro, unless you doing things that are gonna make generational wealth, your memory, which your legacy, so to speak, is gonna be like your grandkids. It's gonna be the last ones to really remember you. You know what I mean? Like now my kids got to know my grandma real good. You know what I mean? But she lived to be 98 years old. So you know, they was damn near all teenagers before she passed, but that's not, you know, that don't happen much, man. She 1 out of 4, you know.
98 is that's beautiful, man. Because
I mean,
we're not most of us. Let's be real. We're not gonna see 98.
look, bro,
We're not
I
gonna see
thought that,
98. People are not living, especially if you live the life that we used to live. You know what I mean? To
Mm.
putting shit into our bodies and the stress and
yeah,
just
yeah,
that
yeah.
life. We're not.
Well, see,
I'm not
like,
seeing 98, man. I'm hoping to see 88. You know what I mean? That
right,
would be a blessing
yes,
for me.
yeah,
I want to
no,
leave to
I
see
hear that.
58. You know.
But look, I don't know, bro, because like, all right, so my granddad, he came from Hazard, Kentucky, some Dukes of Hazzard type stuff, right? And she came from right there around the bouts. And they were hard workers, man. They got it in, loved the garden, farm, all that outside stuff, bro. They, you know what I mean, they were old school. And my pop, he had black lung from the coal mines.
I
Coal
heard
So
about
mining.
that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
he
I'm
had got the
sorry,
black
dude.
lung, man. And, I mean, I appreciate that, bro. But he had won his lawsuit and everything, so they was paying him for life. Once he passed in his 70s, bro. He still made it to his 70s. He passed, and they paid my granny for another 20 something years that they paid until she passed. But man, like she was a super strong woman. Like you know, them women in our lives, fellas, man, that we hold other women up to. Like, if we're gonna date a woman, we're gonna be like, man, she is strong as,
Strong as my mama, my grandma. Yeah.
she's as strong as this cornerstone of my family woman. You know what I mean? Like, and that was my granny. Like, little as anything, bro, but would get out there and work with any man, bro. And she held it down. I'll tell y'all a story about my uncle sometime too, bro. She held it down. But I watched her go from what I always knew her as to being 98, right? And like, it was not fair, bro. To me, like, I didn't want to let go of my granny, bro. I was on I didn't want to be fair about that part of life, right? But watching her though, man, it was like watching the deterioration, the dilapidation of her body, her eyesight, her mind, of all of that, bro. Like, it was like, it made me think, like, I used to think the same thing, like, man, I'd love to live to be 98, but bro, if I got to live to be 98 in the conditions I watched, I don't know that I want that either.
It's hard, bro. It's hard to even, you know, when you see your loved ones to go through. I had my mama's uncle, which is my great uncle. Loved this man to death, man. And I watched him go. He was, listen, like when Philip Morris had the first lawsuit ever, like for the smoking way back in the 90s, he was a part of that, you know? So he got like, God, he got a chunk of money, man. So he goes out and buys us all stuff, man. But like, he had cancer in his throat and they had to remove his voice box and all that stuff. To watch him deteriorate, it was rough. Then my dad, my real dad, you know, watching him with brain cancer and lung cancer, you know, it's sad to watch people, you know, just deteriorate right in front of your eyes. I'm not going to say I'm grateful, but, you know, I didn't see my mom when she passed away, you know?
Yeah.
And that used to be,
you know,
not to cut in, but that used to be, I remember your mom coming up to the prison. I remember seeing your mom in a visiting room. I remember you always saying, like, your biggest fear was that something was going to happen to your mama. Woody is a mama's boy. Woody loves his mama.
I was, man.
Rest in peace to his mom.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Woody's one of them dudes. You don't make no mama jokes with Woody. He's going to dig up in your mouth before you finish the joke.
Yeah.
But I remember Woody always saying,
take it to the set.
I just want to get home
Take it to the
my
cell.
mom, Jay. I just want to make it home to my mom. Her health ain't great, Jay. I got to get out of here. I got to get home to my mom. And unfortunately,
I remember hearing you talk about it.
Make it home, man.
No. And, you know, just had her 9th year anniversary, May 30th. And, you know, it's rough, man. It's still rough, you know. And my mom was cremated. You know, her ashes are at my sister's house just waiting for me to pick them up. And I still I've been out almost 4 years and I'm still not ready to get her. I've been there. I've seen them. I've talked to her, but it's just like, you know, My sister, they've done dumped some of her ashes in Aruba, Mexico, the Bahamas,
Yeah,
Spain,
yeah.
and you know, I just ain't ready,
My
you
other
know.
cellmate, man, Jacob Aquino, and shout out to Jacob, man. He's only got a couple years left on a
Yeah.
36-year sentence. He, I was in prison with him. His dad died, man. His dad was out front on a ladder doing something with the gutters and fell off and broke his neck. And just like that, no warning, no nothing, healthy
Mm.
guy, boom, dead. And then a couple of years back, I want to say it's about 2 years ago, man, I seen the Facebook post. I hadn't talked to him in a while. And I'm like, why ain't calling me, man? I ain't like him. He
Yeah.
lost his mom. And that was his thing too, is I need to
Damn.
get home to my mom, Jay. And she would come see him. She was in a wheelchair. She had an oxygen machine.
Yep.
So when it's at that point and you've
That,
still got 20 years to do, it's not getting home to your loved one. It's like, it's not looking realistic.
yeah.
And he ended up losing her a couple years ago. And I seen the pictures of, him at the funeral with the handcuffs on and, in the orange jumpsuit. And just, I'm blessed. I lost people along the way, family, friends, but I was blessed enough to make it home to my mom.
Yeah.
And I think that's
But
everybody's fear when being locked up is the biggest.
uh,
That's all of our biggest fear is
It's losing
losing
people.
somebody and not being there for them when they need us.
I'm about to say that's
Exactly.
probably a lot of dudes' fears, like especially whenever you finally be like, all right, man, like I need to get my shit together and get up out of here.
Get the
Like,
hell out of here. And look, that
yeah,
was a turning point for me. That was a real turning point for me. I
but
was
you gotta
like,
have something to inspire you in a way, you know what I mean? Like you in there living in the jungle, bro. Like you gotta have something to inspire you to like, all right, I gotta lock in. You know what I mean? I gotta get out of here, bro. I need reasons
And
to,
there's
to
no and
motivate
but
me.
here's the
That's
thing, man.
it.
When they give you that time, it don't matter what's going on in the real world. It don't matter what's happening with your loved ones. It don't matter what's
Yeah.
happening outside that fence. Your time is your time. You're not going home. Before that, all the I'm sorries, there's
It's
nothing you
too
can do
late.
to get out of there and walk
Too
through that
late.
door and like, where's mama at? Where's daddy at? Where's my brother at? To be there, you can't. You're
Yeah.
gonna do that time until that computer system says release.
Yeah.
exactly.
Like Jacob told me one time in the middle of the night, just out of nowhere, man. It was late night, and he had this crazy look in his face, and I was like, "What's up with you, man?" And he was like, "You know what, man?" He said, "If they told me right now that if they could chop an arm off, I could go home. I would literally put out my arm, my leg, whatever they wanted, and let
Mm.
them take it." And he meant that shit, like chop it off, and I'll figure it out. Just let me go. And he
Ish.
fell in '99. So at this point, this is about 10 years into his 36-year sentence. And
Yeah.
we fast forward, he's still doing it, man. He's been gone since then, and he's still doing it. And on top of it, he's doing the time for his brother. His brother, this is no secret. I'm not snitching, dry snitching. Like everybody knows. He'll tell the world. His brother committed the robberies that sent him to prison. And his
Mm.
Damn.
brother is currently locked up, headed back to prison for the third or fourth time. Had charges in all these different counties. Like, it's not only are
Huh.
you doing the time for your brother, but your brother didn't
He's
go on to,
stomping all
He didn't
over
learn
it.
his lesson.
well, he
Yeah.
didn't
He's
Yeah.
do anything. Like, at least if I'm doing the time for you, do something with your life, man. My life is gone.
right. Don't stomp all over it, bro. Damn.
I got a homeboy I got to do a video on, man. Good dude, man. But shout out to my homeboy Ant. Ant had a son. He has a son. And I'm not going to ever say his real name. Like, I'm not going to do any of that. But Ant is doing time for his son right now, and his son is off playing college ball. Ant was a hustler. He opened up a restaurant and was doing good for himself. Well, his son gets a connect, starts selling coke. He's got these birds. He's living the dope man's dream. Well, he
Yup.
gets tore off, and he was driving his dad's car, and he was hitting a switch, man. He had a whole bunch of coke on him. Now they're sending, and he had just got this scholarship to go play college ball, and his life was about to be something amazing. Like it's not just as he going to college, he's playing ball, possibly gonna go into the NBA. Man, his dad, my homeboy Ant, went to them people and said, "Nah, that was my coke.
Yeah. You got the wrong one.
That was my coke." He took the charge for his son, man. And he's up in them levels now, but he's doing 10 plus years right now for his son, and his son honored what his dad
Shout out.
did. His son left them
Shout out.
friends alone.
Yeah.
Got no more coke, no more hustling, and he's off playing college ball right now. And his dad is sitting in a cell doing a rack of fucking time for something that he had nothing to do with.
Shout out Pops and shout out the son for doing exactly
I
what
promise,
you should have done.
I told my mom when she was close, I was like, our parents always have dreams for us. Like, no matter what they do or what we do, they always have a dream for us. So I promised my mom that I'd be the man that she always envisioned me to be.
You always told me that.
And I'm trying every day to live up to that. You
told me that when you came out, you said, I want to make my mama proud. Because I asked you what you were going to do with YouTube. You said, I want to do something that if my mom watched my channel, she could see me be the man that I was always supposed to be. So rather than come out and be a prison content creator and do all these, videos that are related to all the things you've seen and you went through and you've seen others go through, which makes prison content what it is, you chose to do A New Life with Woody, where it's pretty much just fuck the views, fuck the pay. I want to show people that after prison, we're normal people. We can go on to live good lives, and hopefully my mom's watching this and she's proud of me. And
exactly.
I respect that, man, because you did time in Florida, you did time in Virginia, you did 20-some years. Like,
I got
millions
so
of
many. I got a gazillion stories. I mean, I told a couple of them, but like, I can make content every single day about people's lives. I thought about it, dropping some. It's still ain't, out the window, but like, this is my new life, man. I love my life, man, and I'm living it.
I'm proud of
I'm
you,
a living
man.
example. I'm a living example that, I'm not going to be a statistic. I'm not going to be a part of the recidivism. I done broke that. I got, June, July. I got 3 more reports and I'm off parole. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It's done. It's done.
Shit, Woody came out here, bro. Woody came out the first year, like, going ham, man. Like, this man was caught up. He caught up with like cats that had a 15, 20 year head start. You know what I mean? He caught up and surpassed cats that had a big ass head start in life on him. You know what I mean?
He's only been out a couple of years, and Woody has done more than what most people could dream of. Woody is he's married, he's a homeowner, he's a father. Like, just the fact of saying you're a homeowner. Not a lot of people can say, I own a home. Like, I have a house, I have a mortgage. That's my house.
Yeah, that's mine. I did it all by myself,
But you came out, and in a few years, like, and then all the stuff you've done to giving back to your city, from dealing with the youth and all the awards you've gotten and the outreach programs, like, you're doing it. You know what I mean? And I couldn't be more proud. You're one of the few guys that I met along the way that I said to myself, if this guy gets out, he won't come back. If this guy gets out, he's going to do good in life. This is a good person. You meet some alright dudes, but it's not every day you meet good guys in prison. Let's just be real. You know what I mean? It's ain't a place where they send all the good guys. It's where the bad guys go. But you were one of the guys that was like, you did what you had to when it came down to it. Let's take it to the cell if that's what you want to do. Beat your ass real quick. But you were generally just a good person, man. And it shows. It shows in your day-to-day life, what you've done since you've been home. And I'll say it again, man. I couldn't be more proud of you.
Well, I thank you. I appreciate it. I still think I'm a work in progress. We all. I still got my flaws. I still got, the things I deal with.
You're going to. You human, bro. You're going. You're going to have it. No matter.
Yeah. But it don't help. It doesn't help. I got a 4'8" warden. You know what I mean? She's only 4'8" and she's my warden. She keep me on my toes.
Your wife is probably one of the sweetest people I've ever met in my life.
Hey, man, she the best. I mean, she the best.
Your wife is one of the sweetest women I've ever met. Always smiling, always hugging, just very good soul, man. Very good person.
I don't know her like that, but I know every time I've seen her, but she's smiling.
She is. Look, today she was making me lunch. You know, I'm working a late shift now, so she was making my lunch today, and she was on the phone with our niece in the Philippines. And so they're talking in Tagalog. I can understand some Tagalog, but
Yeah.
her and my oldest daughter, they were started laughing. I'm talking about laughing. So I'm being nosy. I'm like, what are y'all
Mhm.
talking about?
Yeah.
So she says, her niece say that we rich, looking at our house and all that stuff. But
Uh,
the reason why we rich is because my wife was putting cheese on my sandwich, and it was kind of fucked up. It made me feel bad because they ain't got the money for cheese over there. You know what I
but
mean?
that's the definition of this shit right here.
Yeah. But
Right here. Mud
we
rich.
her sister, we look out for her sister and help her out, man. And she set up this little business in front of her house. Every day she gets up, she makes these things called hollow, right? They're like these little icy
Yeah.
slushy things. They're so good.
Oh, this sounds
But
fire. It sounds
yeah, but
fire.
yeah, it is. It's fire, man. I can make them. I learned to make them. But
What is it called again?
a lot of us, it's called hollow.
I call that shit holla holla,
HALO.
bro. That shit sound good as
Hollow
fuck.
hollow. Yeah, you gotta get one. If you ever see it, man, you gotta buy. You see one in the Filipino store, you gotta buy one, man.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
good, but we take that shit for granted. Like the stuff we got over here. We got like 5 boxes of stuff that we every time we get something that we don't want anymore, we don't do. We put them in these boxes and we mail them over to Philippines, and it's like these videos
That's
that they
cool.
send us back is just touching to
Well, bro,
watch
that's what
them
I
to
was.
open it up and to get things that we've had and that we don't use anymore, and just watching them get it.
Yeah, it's a
I
blessing.
want to. My wife been fighting for she's been over here not almost 10 years now. She's been fighting with immigration, trying to get her permanent residency and all that stuff. And they finally just approved her a couple months, well, shit, like a month ago.
Oh
So now
damn!
she's a permanent resident. She ain't got to worry about
Congratulations.
it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
awesome.
So
That's
now we're
dope.
working on getting her to be a U.S. citizen, so
Nice.
a naturalized citizen. So that's what we're working on next, man.
Well,
She
look,
got
man, I
these
was
little
gonna say,
flashcards. She studies her little testing and stuff, and she knows more about the government than I know. They,
she has to damn near, bro. It's like
yeah.
that's part of it. Yeah, like if you gave that test to any average American, they probably fell in it, man.
I'd fail it. Shit, I'd fail it.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
that stuff, but
Look, I want to point out before it goes by, bro. Like the stuff you saying, like you send that stuff out. The stuff Jay was saying, like you in your city doing things like that. I just want to point out that Woody Wood don't do none of that stuff for the clout, the credit, like that. Like a lot of people would do
nah,
that just to film it. You know what I mean? And like you don't
nah.
film, like you ain't never did that. Like I wouldn't blame you if you did. You know what I mean? Like because you be out there actually doing stuff, and you know what I mean? Like yeah, Woody doesn't get brought up in when people are talking prison genre, because Woody ain't out here really doing prison genre, but Woody's like, I don't know, man, he's an inspiration from up out of prison. I'll tell you that. Shout out
I
to you, sir.
appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. It's like I said, it's a work in progress, but it's you have all these like programs in prison, and people just try to rush as part of your reentry. I really delved into it to see. Man, my dog done knocked my phone out my hand. So I like when I was doing these reentry programs, I was really delving into it to get the understanding of what it was, instead of just like going in these meetings for an hour, sitting in these little things. I was just like
Killing
absorbing
time.
all that,
Yeah.
and it's really some knowledgeable stuff in there that people put together. Some of it is bullshit, some's common sense, but I took advantage of all that, man. And
No, like that's a fact. Thank you for a change. Change
yes,
the way you think. They were good classes. There was a lot
yeah,
of psychological stuff if you really like took it in and listened. That
mm-hmm,
I use to this day, and that's just being real. Like I used that
mm-hmm,
program. Shout out to Patricia Collins. I've told that story. One of the counselors up at Indian Creek that used to come talk to me because I was different. Most of the
Yeah.
guys there had only been down a year or two. It was me and another guy, a black dude named Fro. We were the only ones that had serious time. A lot of guys were there for re-entry, and she was the one that really got me into the programs and like really trying to work on why I was the way I was.
Oh, I can
Prison,
see now.
prison definitely didn't help the situation. I came in violent. I came in wild and into a very fucking insane environment. And then as my level dropped and they sent me to a level 2, I tried to keep that mentality. She's like, you can't
Yeah.
go home like this. Like the
Nope.
mentality you got right now, you can't take this to the street. You won't make it.
Exactly.
So I started
ain't
doing
gonna
these
work.
programs and I applied that shit to my life while I was in there. And I do it to this day. Whenever I see my old self poking its nose out, or I get to thinking like the old Jay, I stop for a second and I recognize that. And I look in the mirror at who I am today. And, I know that being who I used to be, it's death and incarceration. Those are the two doors I get to choose from. Right. That's it. There's no other.
Yeah. Yeah. And for me, the way I like to play the game, bro, it would be the first one for sure. It'd be.
I wouldn't. I know some people look at it like for somebody gets a life sentence, it's better than being dead. But if you've ever been around somebody that's doing a life sentence, that's really doing a life sentence, like our homeboy Too Cool, for instance.
Too Cool. I was about to say Too Cool.
When it comes down to it, he's a savage. Like if you take him there, he's going to snatch your life from you.
Yeah.
But
exactly
when I met Too Cool, man, he was still in his maybe late 30s. What he was sending me pictures, I talked to him not long ago, and they meant life when they said it. When the most recent picture I've seen of him, he's doubled in age, doubled in size. Mm-hmm. He's still there, and he will be there until he dies. Who wants to wake up every day living a nightmare? Because that's what prison is. Every day, somebody asked me to describe prison to them. It's like going into a nightmare you can't wake up from. Even during the good times, you're stuck in that nightmare. And that's life forever.
Look, so it's crazy. It's a divine intervention that God places people in your lives, man. I'm a firm believer of that.
That's a fact.
When I was a kid, all right, Too Cool got arrested. We already know his whole story, but back in the early 80s, I might have been like, or mid 80s, around when I was like 10, 11, there was this house on Tennis Lane in Hampton that burned down and it killed 2 girls. Rest in peace to those 2 girls.
The fire did?
R.I.P.
Yeah, the fire killed the 2 girls. Mm-hmm. So Too Cool was linked to that. And he wasn't linked to the fire, but the guy who started the fire, which was his Too Cool's girlfriend, and it was the guy who set the fire was her brother. And Too Cool went over there, and that was one of his life sentences. He went and killed the guy for burning the house down.
That killed 2 girls.
Yeah, and it's crazy how
the man that was responsible
for burning the house down. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was
they were 2 young girls too. They were young, real young.
Well, I read his, and I'm not gonna put his name out there, but I read his one of his escapes. He escaped 6 times, 6
or 7 times. Yeah,
it was like 6 or I know he holds a record. He's got like 6 or 7 escapes on his record. And at one point they were crossing this bridge. I think going into Hampton.
I know.
And him and this girl Cookie jumped off the bridge.
That's downtown Hampton.
They had them both sides. Both sides of the bridge. He jumped off the bridge into the port, I guess, that leads out to the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, that's down by the Radisson, by Hampton University.
He was not going back to prison, man. This man jumped off the bridge, hundreds of feet, into the water below. Stayed free a little bit longer, finally made it to the shore. But when he told me that day, he's like, shit, that was my 3rd escape. I'm like, cool, how many escapes you got? I can't remember if he said 6 or 7.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a lot.
Hey, so how y'all feel about it, man? You see, like, everybody getting locked up in the late 90s, early 2000s, and they got the numbers chunked at them. You know what I mean? Like this dude right here, you know what I mean? They got numbers. And now we got the cases doing the true crime, you know what I mean, over there with the homies doing true crime. And you got 15 to life. They say 15 to life. So you go in front of parole at 15, but and then they give other
What?
people
Yo.
they giving people that are taking lives like 35, 45 years, get out in 16. You know what I mean? Like that's how they charging folk nowadays. Like not everybody now.
Here in Virginia, you will get more time for drugs.
For dope. You'll get more time for dope than you will for a body.
Wow.
Like, shout out to Binky Pound, man. I got to be good friends with one of his homeboys, Boo.
Yeah.
Muslim dude named Boo this go round. Boo was a first time felon, man. They got 40 some years for a gallon of PCP. Like first time felon.
A gallon of that.
Had never a gallon, but he lived in Maryland, wasn't even from Virginia. These people, PCP was never like a big thing in Virginia. It might have been back before I knew about it. That was more like an up north thing. It was a Maryland, Philly, Jersey, New York. Like they're big on the boat up there, right? Yeah. So this undercover had got him to cross state lines and bring it to Virginia. And when I was talking to him, he's like, I didn't feel right about it, but I was young, man. I was a teenager. He's like, as soon as I crossed that bridge from Maryland, I hit Virginia and I pulled up to where I was supposed to meet. They surrounded me. And as a teenager,
it was a setup.
They gave him 40 some years. And here I am looking at this dude. He's an older man now. He's taking care of himself since he's been locked up. But I'm looking at him and he's in his 50s now. And he gets out. He gets out for a short period. He gets into a fight and he tells the dude, I don't want to fight. I've seen his paperwork. And the dude was the aggressor and he ended up fucking the dude up. And they ended up sending him back to prison, I think, for another 25 years on a violation for a fight. Like,
good God Almighty.
Then I'm locked up with dudes. I was locked up with a dude from Petersburg that shot a dude point blank range in the face. His paperwork said when they found him, he was still in the neighborhood. He ran. Cops were everywhere. They were looking for him. There's nowhere to go. They found him hiding in somebody's garage. He had this dude's brains on him. You know what I mean? Like
what?
From the blowback. He shot him right in his face from the blowback. The shit blew back on his face. They arrested him. Gruesome ass homicide. He got 8 years because the guy had a gun on him. Like when they found the guy dead, there was a gun beside him. So he somehow made it seem like it was me or him. He got 8 years for blowing this man's head off. And then there's another
dude. He just got the gun charge, huh?
Then there's another. He got 8 years for blowing that dude's head off. This dude's 20 years old. Dude he shot was like 19. Then there's another guy, though, at the same timeline I'm in the pod with that just got 30 years for distribution of heroin. You know what I mean? Which I get the punishment for the fentanyl and the heroin and all that. I get it. But the time don't fit the crime. This man blew somebody's head, slammed off their fucking shoulders, and got 8 years. And the guy that sleeps down 2 cells from him.
Well, are they looking at it? Are they looking at it like now that feds are out there and around? Moving that's gonna be a lot more caps than one person.
They're trying to scare people, is what they're trying to do.
They're trying to
scare
blew
the
your
next
ass
dealer.
up.
They're trying to scare the next dealer that comes along to not dealing. You know what I mean? Homicide is one of those things a lot of time that you don't set out to do. It happens in the course of the night and whatever you got going on. That comes with the lifestyle. Selling drugs is a choice. That's an option you make. So they're giving out these numbers to these dudes so that before you go to pick that pack up, you be like, remember Smurf? Man, I gave Smurf 40 years. Yeah, here, take this back, man. I don't think I want to sell this. We had a dude that killed a state trooper out here. You can look it up. The dude he was sitting on the side of the road at Creighton Court. It's a projects in Richmond. And the cop pulled up on him. State trooper walked up. He shot the cop. Boom, killed the cop. Cop left behind a wife, 2 kids. He ended up getting 25 years for the body for the cop. And then he got like another 8 years for some gun charges. So when it was all said and done, he got like 30 some years for killing a cop. Like you would think automatically that's a life sentence. You got 30 some years for killing a cop, and you got guys. I know guys in prison right now for selling weed. Like big large weed bust, and weed is now legal in Virginia, and that's not proactive. You got guys that are still doing time for weed cases.
Retroactive, yeah.
They don't play that. You know what I'm saying? It's always been that way. You know what I'm saying? You get more time in Virginia for that.
Well, look, it's late.
In Florida,
do me a favor. It's late, man. So I do got kids. go ahead and run down the cash apps and shout everybody out once again, man. I want to make sure that
All right,
we
I got
showed any donations that came through. We showed love too. Thank you to anybody that was able to donate. I know it's hard times.
All right.
Life is real.
I'm gonna mess this name up. I'm sorry. Panka J. Purush Ram, thank you. Anthony Ertley, thank you. Brandon Kelly, another Anthony, Crystal, Jasmine LaShore Woods, Carolyn Kriglow, and Felicia. Thank you. Thank you so much, all y'all. Shout out, big shout out.
Thank y'all, man. Y'all don't know
For
what
sure.
it means. And if you're watching this on the playback and you're catching the repeat, the GoFundMe will be linked in the description. The Cash App will be linked in the description. Please do not donate to me. Do not donate to the channel. We want to get these funds
thank
over
you,
to
William.
Mark's family.
Thank you, William. William Gates, thank you.
Thank you.
Happy
Appreciate
Father's
you.
Day, gentlemen.
So in the week to
Happy
come,
Father's
if
Day
you're
to
watching this
everybody.
video and the GoFund is still up, that means we're still trying to do what we can to pull together the money for the funeral. Like I said, you're not obligated to do anything. It's your money. You do as you please. But if your heart's there, your money's there, you got it. We appreciate you, man.
Definitely.
Well, it's been a pleasure,
Greatly
fellas.
appreciate y'all.
Thank you and salute to everybody in the chat, to the 100 and some, 200 and some people that stayed in here with us tonight. I appreciate y'all. It's late night. Happy Father's Day to all the real fathers out there. You don't get the
Absolutely.
Happy Father's Day if you just made a child. This ain't for
Nope.
you. But if you take care of them children, you're there, you'll pitch, you'll kick at a ball, you know, your dad. Happy Father's Day to you, man.
Exactly. Happy Father's Day, man. Much love to everybody. Thank you all for everything, man. We'll keep y'all posted, let y'all know what's going on, man. Corrupt, it's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, my guy.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Mark, man.
Rest in peace to
you know,
Mark.
I
Absolutely.
ain't even really know, bro. But I know if he's got two dudes like this right here that's riding like they do for him, then say less. You know what I mean? Like that's how I look at it, because I know both of these dudes. I might not know bro like that, but I know both of these dudes, both of these gentlemen right here. And I got the most up respect for both of y'all, man. So I appreciate you even letting me come up here on something with his name in it. You know what I mean? Like, definitely appreciate that, man. But my condolences to his family, my condolences to you guys, my condolences to your guys' families for even this, you know what I mean? Because this puts a toll on y'all as well. You know what I mean? Like this.
My son the other day, he called Mark Unky Mark. He said, Unky Mark's, how's Unky Mark? And I hadn't told him yet, man. I came back from the hospital. He said, how's Unky Mark, Dad? Like he's 8, man. He sees what he sees about death on YouTube, but to like process it. This is the first one, aside from his, you know, rest in peace to Mama Ruth, my wife's mom. Aside from his grandmother, like, and I had to tell him, like, Mark's, he's gone, man. And we got a little bulletin board in our mud room. He went in there, and with his little 8-year-old writing, man, he drew a sad face and he said, rest in peace, Mark.
Oh, wow.
But I love y'all. Man. Thank y'all. Thank you to everybody. Salute to all y'all.
Love you
y'all
too,
have
my
a
guy.
great night, man. And until next time.
Salute, my guy.